What podcast is this?
Life meet basketball.
Yeah, so this is the podcast where life meets basketball. So we were talking about Doc Rivers, right? And how slow he was to make an adjustment in game one against Atlanta Hawks. Hopefully in a Brooklyn series, he don't be waiting because you don't got time to play with those boys. All right, but it just made me think of how important it is in life to make adjustments when you see adjustments need to be made. Whether that's in your daily routine, whether that's who you're associating with, whether it's just, your habits, whether it's, recognizing things you need to let go. Yeah, you gotta make those adjustments, on the fly pretty instantaneously, especially when you know something's up, something's holding you back. So that came to mind for me, just reflecting on game one of the Sixers. So I think it's definitely important to be ready in life to make adjustments whenever you need them, because time is the only thing we can't get back.
You definitely right. You know what? Just like when you really recognize that you made a mistake, you should try to fix it. You should try to fix it right then and there, and not let it grow and not let it decay more. Because then the hole might be too big to fill up. Like that.
Yeah, and the other thing this week that I reflected on while watching basketball or recent events is, we talked about defensive player of the year, but we didn't talk about the league's MVP and Nikola Jokic, the Joker. He's the lowest pick in the draft to ever win the MVP award. He is the first center to win the award since Shaquille O'Neal. But the Joker, really jumped out at me because remember a few years ago, the criticism was on his weight, right? And his size. Like, he's overweight. He can't do this. He can't do that. But then, you started looking at him and it's like, all right, looks like he's taking care of his body a little bit better. He was very locked in. This dude is a triple double machine. So I think numbers wise, definitely deserving of the MVP award. I was hoping Joel could win it this year, but he didn't play enough games and Jokic's numbers were better. But it just made me, I guess building off of, making adjustments, you know, just think about how you have to um sometimes we got to get ourselves together in order to fulfill our own greatness. So just like the Joker got his body together and now he's the best player in the league, he has the MVP stamp. That's a tremendous accomplishment. Sometimes we gotta, do the work on ourselves. Sometimes we gotta do the work on ourselves so that we can be more successful, reach new heights, and be the best that we can be. So those were kind of my two life takeaways from the game of basketball this week.
I definitely had to agree with you. I definitely agree with you on that. And I still like Joe Embiid. I still think improved a lot this season too. And like you said, it fell short. And like we're gonna say, it fell short because he didn't play enough games. Just like the Joker, and the Joker has came from what you said, where they used to talk about his weight to become MVP. So you figure like, yeah, he did all the adjustments he had to do to get better, and you got to believe that he worked hard because look at his reward, that he did get that. And what I'm saying is, for me, when I talk about Joel Embiid, I think that and I still got to give it to him too, because I think that he came a long way this year, and some people probably didn't see that because they always that way. But I guess I was kind of hard on Joel Embiid like that, but I think that his work has paid off too, just like the Joker. And he still is my MVP of this year.
And Doc Rivers asked Joel coming into the season, he's like, "When have you seen a overweight, out of shape MVP or something to that effect?" And so I think Joel is improving on his body. He definitely looks like he's been more in shape. So, we'll see how maybe next season the MVP trophy returns to Philadelphia, since the last MVP on the Sixers was
AI.
Allen Iverson, that guy.
That, you know what? That's easy.
Yeah,